Back on the State Farm postgame, Wisconsin. They did it in the 1890s. They did it in the 1990s. And now they have done it again. Back-to-back Big Ten championships for the third time ever. Their 13th Big Ten title as they beat Michigan State 42-39 in an absolute thriller. The first ever Big Ten championship game. The head coach of the Badgers, Bret Bielema, joins us now. Coach, congratulations, first of all. As you're sitting there watching this game unfold, I mean, we're all going past each other going, man, this is a great game. Yeah. Wow, this is an unbelievable game. Do you have any time to appreciate just how good it is when you're there?
No, not really. You just kind of always in the moment. I think as a head coach, as a couple of you guys know, you got to be ahead of the game. So, you're constantly moving on. I thought at halftime it was kind of like we hit replay of the first game. We didn't play very right. Came out smoking. Didn't play well in the second quarter. For whatever reason, we were able to persevere and came out at halftime and did what I thought we'd do.
Hey, Brett, I got to ask you. Here you are standing on the sideline, and you line up to punt the ball, okay? And did you see the punter get roughed, or at all did you see the guy returning it for a touchdown?
Well, I did follow through because I was watching the protection. They obviously blocked the punt earlier in the year, and I did see him rough him, and I actually clicked in my head because I knew they were out of timeouts. I knew it was going to be a victory formation, so I started signaling victory right away while the ball's continuing to run. So I think I just knew that it was going to happen, and obviously good things happen to good people.
Brett, first time you've played someone twice in 1 year.
Yeah.
How much different was the game plan going to the second game than the first?
Coach, you carry certain things forward, but you knew there was going to be some adjustments. I think especially offensively, you can always kind of throw in some wrinkles. Defensively, you just do what you do. Obviously, there was some adjustment issues that we had to go through even during the course of the game, but just very exciting. Again, give credit to Michigan State. Coach Dan Antonio's got a great ball club, and really just for us to play the way we did and be able to win the championship, two very good football teams out there.
I think the momentum swung back and forth all day. How did you guys manage it, and what did you do to try to gain it back?
Well, during the course of the week, we talked about playing and preparing for Michigan State. And with those games that we've played with them, it has been those momentum swings. So when you have it, ride it. When you don't have it, get it back. And our kids really focused on the details of beating Michigan State, and thankfully we were able to come through.
One of the guys who played a huge role in this was Russell Wilson, coming up with big plays when you needed to get them. Can you encapsulate what Russell Wilson has meant in this game and to this team?
Dave, he's a kid that from the first day I met him to where we are today continues to amaze me with something every day, every game. The play, the fourth down call to get it to Duck's hand. I think the greatest thing about Russell is he can make something out of nothing. There's so many occasions where he's just able to keep alive, stay alive and making the play happen. Great example there. He actually got punched in the nose right there. Incredibly tough kid as well, so real game player.
Hey, Brett, I know you've probably heard enough about Hail Mary plays that you never want to hear about them again, but that fourth down play by Wilson to Duckworth, that's awful close to a Hail Mary.
It is. We obviously had a call. Nick Toon got banged out of the game, so we had Manessa Garner in there. Russell went through his progression. He knew that Duck was streaking down the right side of the field and kind of flashed. He was going to run, try to scramble for it, and realized it got cut off, and that's when he launched it. And obviously Duck came up with a huge, huge play.
You're the first champion of this new system. How different did you find it during the year of this 2-6-team division?
Well, when it was introduced, to split the divisions and all that goes into it, how they were going to be split, and everybody has their own opinions. They had to split up the traditional powers, Ohio, Michigan, Penn State, Nebraska, but it's about 2011. It's about who are the best teams now, and I think the two best teams were out here today, and I'm a little biased, but I think the best team won.
Well, Coach, you did an outstanding job. There's no question about that all year long, coaching this team up. Talk to me about the first couple of losses, the two losses that you guys had in a row, and what effect did those two games have on the rest of your stretch?
Well, I think, Howard, the biggest thing is we knew we had a good football team that hit two bumps in the road, and they gutted you as a football player and as a competitor. But there really wasn't anybody that's going to, feel sorry for you or do anything. You just have to get back out there and play. Whatever the reason was, we had to lose those two games, and our kids will take that as a learning experience. Maybe it helped us out here today. Maybe it'll help some kid 5 years down from the road, 10 years down from the road. But the great thing was we were able to rebound, respond, win those last 4 weeks, and then to win today to earn another trip to Pasadena is very, very special.
Well, let's talk really quickly about Pasadena. It was interesting to hear Aaron Henry, I think it was, in the post game, who said, look, at the beginning of the year, we said we want to go to the national championship game, and then it became apparent it wasn't going to work out, and we kind of circled the wagons and said, this is what we have. You grew up in the Midwest. You played in the Big Ten. You're going back to Pasadena for the second straight year. We all know how special this game is. What does it mean to you to take Wisconsin back?
Well, for me as a head coach, to win a championship is overwhelming. To win it the way we did today here out on the field where it's an outright championship. I know there's a lot of chatter about last year and who should have, what should have. Bottom line, we qualified for it last year. We went out there and we left hungry. You lost to a very good TCU team down the stretch. They ended up being the number 2 team in the country, right? I mean, there were only 2 teams that were undefeated last year, and they were one of them. But to get this team in 2011, 3 straight years of 10 wins or more, we're winning as good as anybody in the world of college football out there right now, and we're very proud of it, and I'm glad a lot of people know it now.
Well, something that's never been done at Wisconsin until now. 3 straight seasons with 10 or more wins. Congratulations on all the success, Bret. Represent the Big Ten well in Pasadena.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it, fellas. On Wisconsin.